Thor 7, Rise of the Godstorm, The Fading Thunder. The film opens with a somber tone. Thor, once the proud protector of Asgard and savior of the Nine Realms, now wanders a quiet alien world where thunder barely answers his call. His long hair is silvered, his eyes reflect sorrow, and his power, once mighty, is fading. He's haunted by visions of Jane Foster and the destruction of Asgard. The skies above him are silent, as if even the heavens have turned their backs. But the peace he found is only temporary. Something ancient stirs beyond the stars. A new threat emerges. Across the cosmos, within a realm where lightning never ceases, a monstrous figure awakens. Cronax, the self-proclaimed god of tempests. Born from the collapse of a forgotten reality, he feeds on divine storms, devouring gods to gain strength. Cronax opens his eyes, glowing like twin suns, and declares, "The era of false gods ends today." The storm begins to spread, consuming galaxies as Cronax absorbs their life force. The Shattered Realms. As Cronax expands his dominion, entire realms start collapsing. The roots of Yggdrasil tremble, and the Nine Realms begin to lose balance. Portals tear through the skies, connecting places that should never meet. Midgard experiences strange weather phenomena, eternal lightning storms, and collapsing skies. The cosmic harmony Odin once maintained is dying, and the world tree begins to fracture. The return of Valkyrie. Valkyrie, now the fierce and noble queen of New Asgard, receives a terrifying vision from the Norns, three seer goddesses who warn her of the devourer of storms. She calls upon Thor for aid, sending her ship through space to find him. When she arrives, Thor is reluctant to return. He feels the universe has moved on without him. But Valkyrie tells him, Asgard still needs its thunder. Even gods can't run from destiny. Jane's legacy lives on. In New Asgard, a mysterious young woman arrives, Astrid Foster, the daughter of Jane Foster and a brilliant astrophysicist herself. She's been experiencing visions of lightning calling her name. Guided by her mother's journal, she seeks out Thor, telling him that Jane's energy lives on through the remnants of Mjolnir. Her destiny, it seems, is bound to the power of thunder. The broken hammer. Thor and Astrid travel to the ruins of the Asgardian vault, where the shattered fragments of Mjolnir rest. Thor tries to reforge it, but the hammer rejects him. It senses the doubt and weariness within him. Astrid, however, feels a faint spark respond to her touch. The camera pans to Thor's eyes. Both pride and fear mix as he realizes a new wielder may soon rise. The rise of Kronax's army. Kronax creates his army, beings of storm energy known as Tempestborn. They are formed from lightning, living thunder given flesh. These warriors sweep through galaxies, consuming other gods and absorbing their powers. They burn through the remains of Olympus and nearly wipe out the celestials guarding distant realms. Word spreads, no god is safe. The call to the Guardians. Thor contacts the Guardians of the Galaxy. Star-Lord and Rocket help him track Cronax's movements. Rocket jokes, "So, another giant lightning guy wants to destroy the universe? Great. Déjà vu." They discover Cronax's storm expanding toward Earth. Groot feels darkness through the cosmic roots connected to Yggdrasil, a warning that the Tree of Worlds is dying. Secrets of Eternity. Thor and Astrid travel to Eternity's realm, a place of pure creation and cosmic balance. Eternity reveals the truth. Cronax was born when Odin experimented with storm energy to create a god who could withstand Ragnarok. But the experiment was abandoned, and Cronax was sealed away in the storm abyss. Eternity warns Thor that Cronax is stronger than any god, and only a weapon made from the heart of a dying star can end him. Loki's return. Out of the shadows, Loki returns, older, wiser, his mischief tempered by time. He has walked through multiverses and seen realities die. Loki tells Thor, "Brother, even storms have souls, and sometimes souls must be slain." He knows how to forge the weapon Eternity spoke of, a blade named Stormheart. Though Thor distrusts him, Loki joins their cause. The Forge of Souls. In the heart of Nidavellir, Thor, Loki, Astrid, and Valkyrie meet Eitri, the Dwarf King. They forge Stormheart using the fragments of fallen stars and lightning from Thor's veins. During the forging, Thor sacrifices a piece of his own life force to imbue the blade with his essence. When the forging ends, the blade pulses with blue fire, a weapon worthy of gods. The betrayal of storms. Valkyrie is captured during a raid by Kronax's general, Zephyrion, a living cyclone who once served Odin. Zephyrion reveals a shocking truth. Cronax was Odin's creation, meant to replace Thor if he ever failed. The revelation breaks Thor's heart, but also ignites his fury. Odin's mistakes have returned to destroy everything. The fall of Earth. Cronax arrives on Earth. His storm engulfs the planet. Lightning rains like fire, oceans rise, and cities crumble. The Avengers try to resist, but are struck down by cosmic lightning. Humanity prays as the sky splits apart. In one of the film's most emotional scenes, Thor stands atop the ruins of New Asgard, his eyes glowing with tears and lightning. He declares, "As long as I breathe, thunder will never fall silent." The rise of Astrid. Thor falls in battle, his strength drained. Astrid, kneeling beside his broken body, picks up the fragments of Mjolnir. The storm around her reacts. Lightning surges through her veins. In an awe-inspiring moment, Mjolnir reforges itself, binding with her energy. She rises, transformed into the daughter of thunder, her power blazing like a new dawn. The Godstorm unleashed. Cronax unleashes his full power, becoming a living storm that spans galaxies. Valkyrie and Loki rally every remaining god, from Wakanda's Bast to the eternal Erishem, for one last stand. The sky becomes a battlefield of thunder and divine light. Loki opens portals across realms, uniting heroes and gods for an epic confrontation. Thor's final stand. Thor awakens one last time, his body broken but his spirit unyielding. With Stormheart in hand, he ascends into the storm to face Cronax. The two gods clash in a spectacle of cosmic power. Thunder shatters planets. Lightning splits the heavens. Every strike echoes across galaxies. Astrid joins him, the old and new thunders fighting as one. The sacrifice of a god. Cronax proves too powerful to defeat by force. Realizing the only way to end the storm is to become one with it, Thor channels his remaining life energy into Stormheart. With one final roar for Asgard, he drives the blade into Cronax's core. The explosion lights up the cosmos as Thor transforms into pure lightning, vanishing with Cronax into eternity. The birth of a new sky. When the storm clears, the skies over Earth glow with a new light. Astrid stands at the heart of the crater, holding Mjolnir, now glowing with Thor's essence. The realms begin to heal, Yggdrasil blossoms again, and peace returns. Astrid becomes the new guardian of the heavens, the goddess of thunder. The legacy of thunder. A memorial is built in New Asgard, where Astrid sits on the throne. Statues of Thor and Jane overlook the realm. Valkyrie continues to lead the people, while Loki disappears, whispering, "Even storms must rest before they rise again." The people believe every thunderclap is Thor's voice watching over them. Post-credits scene. The final scene shows a barren void filled with floating lightning. A spark flickers, then a voice echoes. The storm was never meant to end. The lightning takes the faint shape of Thor's silhouette, hinting that his soul still lives inside the storm. Title fades in Thor Reborn, coming soon.